On the first day of moving into her new apartment, Lin Ting's brand new double bed suddenly collapsed. The culprit was her younger brother Lin Yi, a professional and a practitioner. He attempted a backflip on the new bed, and the bed frame snapped completely with a criss-cracking sound. Staring at the messy bedroom in ruins, Lin Ting trembled with anger. She planned to send a voice message to her younger brother through WeChat, ordering him to bring tools to repair the bed immediately, otherwise she would have nowhere to sleep that night. However, her fingers slipped carelessly. Instead of sending the message to her brother with the note "miserable younger brother," she sent it directly to Gu Yanli, her ex-boyfriend who had broken up with her 2 years ago. Gu Yanli was a top-tier surgical genius, the sole heir of the wealthy and powerful Gu family in the capital circle. Cold, ascetic, and extremely aloof, he was widely hailed as a legendary medical expert, out of reach for ordinary people. Their breakup 2 years ago was forced and cruel. The Gu family intervened arbitrarily. Gus's mother teamed up with the wealthy young lady Su Yao to humiliate and suppress Lin Ting with money and harsh words, forcing the two to separate completely. After the split, Gu Yanli was arranged by his family to engage in a high-class marriage alliance with Su Yao, becoming a cold and untouchable elite in everyone's eyes. Shortly after the wrong message was sent, the doorbell rang sharply. To Lin Ting's shock, Gu Yanli actually showed up at her door late at night with a complete toolbox in his hand. Wrapped in a thin silk nightgown, Lin Ting opened the door in panic, trying to explain that she had sent the message to the wrong person. Yet Gu Yanli had already misinterpreted her voice note completely. He mistakenly believed that Lin Ting had a close male partner, and the bed was broken due to their intimate behavior. Overwhelmed by intense jealousy and suppressed rage, his whole body exuded a bone-chilling cold aura. Ignoring Lin Ting's obstruction and explanation, Gu Yanli forced his way into the entrance. He caught sight of men's oversized sneakers, sweaty sports vests, fitness dumbbells, and other male items scattered around the room at a glance. These details deepened his misunderstanding thoroughly. He was convinced that Lin Ting was living with another man, falling into extreme grievance and paranoia. He questioned Lin Ting in a hoarse, bitter tone, asking if he was nothing more than a convenient handyman she could call at will, a spare tool discarded after use, and a joke she played casually. Lin Ting had a distinct personality. She yielded to softness, but never to harsh coercion. Faced with his overbearing aggression and unreasonable accusations, she refused to back down and retorted sharply, pushing their conflict to a breaking point. Driven to the edge by jealousy and heartache, Gu Yanli lost control of his emotions. He pinned her firmly against the cold wall with one strong hand, his overwhelming possessiveness bursting out without restraint. His words were paranoid, ambiguous, and filled with hidden longing. He confessed that he had never let her go in the past 2 years, could not bear the thought of her being close to others, and humbly begged her not to drive him away. He insisted on repairing the bed with his own hands, eager to take this accidental opportunity to break the ice and re-enter her life. Helpless and powerless to resist his irrational persistence, Lin Ting had no choice but to let Gu Yanli fix the broken bed. The once cold and distinguished chief surgeon took off his tailored suit, rolled up the cuffs of his white shirt, and knelt on the bedroom floor to repair the bed frame earnestly and meticulously, just like how he sutured patients' wounds in the operating room. His face remained dark and gloomy the entire time. From time to time, his cold gaze swept over the male items in the corner, revealing overwhelming jealousy, grievance, and depression. Lin Ting watched his aggrieved, forbearing figure indifferently, secretly taking pleasure in his suffering. Still unable to let go of the pain caused by his decisive and cold breakup 2 years ago. Half an hour later, the bed was fully repaired, firm and sturdy. Gu Yanli stood up, stared at Lin Ting intently, and tried to draw closer to restore their broken relationship. Just as their ambiguous atmosphere reached a climax, a provocative WeChat message from Su Yao popped up on the bedside phone. Su Yao reminded Lin Ting arrogantly that she would soon marry Gu Yanli, satirizing Lin Ting for being shameless and pestering a taken man. This message shattered the tense atmosphere. Lin Ting picked up her phone and showed him the insulting content. mocking his fiancée's unreasonable provocation and forcing him to clarify their relationship. Gu Yanli's expression remained calm and indifferent. He made it clear that he had never recognized this family-arranged engagement. The marriage talk was only his father's wishful thinking, and he had no feelings or intimate connection with Su Yao at all. Nevertheless, Lin Ting still harbored deep grudges against the Gu family's past persecution and his silent compromise back then. She refused to forgive easily and directly asked him to leave. Unwilling to leave in defeat, Gu Yanli lowered all his pride and dignity to plead for retention. He mocked Lin Ting's rumored boyfriend for being mediocre, shrewd, financially ordinary and far from good enough for her. He promised to cut off all ambiguous relationships, eliminate all troublesome people around him, and clear all obstacles for her without hesitation. He even said he did not mind staying by her side without a formal status, willing to be a hidden lover as long as he could stay with her and never be abandoned. In the end, he left dejectedly, silently taking away the smelly garbage left by Lin Yi. His hidden affection and strong possessiveness impossible to conceal. The next day, Su Yao, unwilling to accept defeat, deliberately made a scene in the lobby of Lin Ting's company during rush hour. Dressed in luxury designer outfits, she played the vulnerable victim in public, slandering Lin Ting viciously. She spread rumors that Lin Ting was a gold digger who had abandoned Gu Yanli for money years ago and now pestered him again out of greed, accusing her of being a homewrecker who destroyed their upcoming engagement. She incited surrounding onlookers to cyberbully and discredit Lin Ting, completely revealing her vicious and narrow-minded nature. Faced with Su Yao's deliberate humiliation and public smearing, Lin Ting stayed calm and composed. Using her authority as the company's creative director, she projected Gu Yanli's humble and ambiguous chat records from the previous night onto the large advertising screen in the lobby, completely exposing Su Yao's lies and hypocritical disguise. Enraged and desperate, Su Yao raised her hand to slap Lin Ting, only to be stopped by Gu Yanli, who arrived just in time. Gu Yanli ignored Su Yao's tearful complaints and acting. He publicly denied their engagement in a firm and cold tone, announcing that he had no connection with Su Yao and severely slapping the Su family in the face. Under the gaze of countless onlookers, he abandoned all the pride of a wealthy heir and a famous doctor. He took the initiative to please Lin Ting in public, begging for an official identity by her side. He vowed to take the initiative to undertake all housework, tolerate all her tempers, and pay any price to win her back, even if he became the laughingstock of the upper class. His farce spread rapidly online and in the business circle. The Gu Group's stock fluctuated sharply, and the old master of the Gu family flew into a rage. Gu Yanli was trapped in a public opinion crisis, yet he never regretted his choice for Lin Ting. Later, Lin Ting dined with her younger brother Lin Yi in a private restaurant. Lin Yi persuaded his sister to clear up the misunderstanding and reconcile with Gu Yanli. Before they finished their meal, Gu Yanli tracked them down. Upon seeing Lin Yi, he mistakenly took Lin Ting's real brother as his love rival once again, falling into overwhelming jealousy. Blinded by irrational jealousy, Gu Yanli took out an unlimited black card, a limited edition sports car key and a high-end apartment property deed as compensation. He offered extremely generous terms, demanding that Lin Yi leave Lin Ting forever and never appear in front of them again. He belittled himself crazily, compared himself with Lin Yi in all aspects, and begged Lin Ting to choose him. He was willing to give endless material wealth and exclusive love, humble enough to rely on her wholeheartedly. Lin Yi was stunned by the huge benefits and almost agreed to the deal. Lin Ting deliberately teased Gu Yanli on purpose, pretending to hesitate and claiming that she needed to compare the two men's performances to make a choice. An extremely awkward and tense field unfolded at the dinner table. Gu Yanli completely transformed into a meticulous and obedient attendant. He peeled shrimps, served soup and took good care of Lin Ting the entire time, glaring at Lin Yi with cold hostility and suppressing all his irritability and temper just to please his beloved. When the awkward atmosphere reached its peak, Gus' mother rushed into the private room aggressively with Su Yao and the family housekeeper. Furious and unreasonable, she scolded Lin Ting publicly, bringing up the old events from 2 years ago. She ridiculed Lin Ting for being unambitious and associating with low-class people, insulting her with vulgar words and accusing her of coveting the Gu family's wealth. Su Yao added fuel to the fire, pointing at Lin Yi and claiming he was Lin Ting's kept man, firmly consolidating all her slanderous accusations. Having endured endless insults, Lin Ting finally chose to reveal the truth. She asked Lin Yi to introduce himself in front of everyone. The shocking truth stunned all witnesses. Lin Yi was not Lin Ting's secret lover or a humble kept man, but her biological younger brother, a professional Sanda athlete from the same family. Silence fell instantly. All of Guyan was frantic jealousy, inferiority, crazy comparison and humble flattery over the past 2 days turned into a ridiculous farce. After learning the whole truth, he was filled with overwhelming embarrassment, shame, and huge relief. All his grievance and jealousy vanished in an instant. Without any hesitation, Gu Yanli completely turned against his mother and the Su family. He accused his mother of forcibly separating him and Lin Ting 2 years ago, and warned the Su family to pay a heavy price for their slander and provocation. He used his powerful business resources to suppress the Su family's industry in retaliation. In front of everyone, he officially declared that Lin Ting was the only woman he would marry in his life, shielding her from all harm and malicious attacks forever. Su Yao collapsed in despair after her dream of marrying into the Gu family was shattered. Gus' mother lost all grounds for argument and left in disgrace with her people. With all misunderstandings completely resolved, the sensible Lin Yi took the initiative to leave, leaving Lin Ting and Gu Yanli alone. After the awkwardness faded, tender and ambiguous emotions surged between them. Gu Yanli confessed his foolish jealousy, persistent obsession and deep hidden love over the years with a blushing face. Facing the regrets of their 2-year separation, Lin Ting's long-standing knots were untied, and she tacitly agreed to reconcile with him. The love suppressed for 2 years broke out completely. Gu Yanli held her tightly in his arms, making up for all the missed time and pain with sincere tenderness. He proved his devotion with practical actions on the firmly repaired bed, completely melting the estrangement between them. The story ended with a perfect happy ending. Due to Gu Yanli's ruthless suppression, the Su family's capital chain broke completely, forcing Su Yao to go abroad to escape debts. After seeing Lin Ting's true character in the decent background of the Lin family, Gus' mother dared not bully her again, took the initiative to reconcile by sending daily supplements and gifts. Gu Yanli bid farewell to his cold and aloof image. He became a warm, domestic lover full of earthly warmth, taking the initiative to do housework and dote on Lin Ting unconditionally. The collapsed bed became their unique sweet inside joke. Gu Yanli's strong possessiveness remained unchanged, strictly forbidding his brother-in-law from approaching the master bedroom. What started with a wrong WeChat message, a broken bed and a ridiculous misunderstanding eventually mended their broken relationship. The two lovers who had missed each other for 2 years broke through all obstacles, let go of their pride and prejudice, chose to run towards each other sincerely, and spent the rest of their lives with firm love and exclusive tenderness. Every accidental mistake in life may be the best arrangement destined to reunite two hearts that belong together.